What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dad's Expensive Hobby.
What's up?
Today we are taking a look at the Figuarts HIT from Dragonball Super. Over the past few days, I've been running a poll between him and GT Trunks, and like 80% of you wanted to see a video on HIT, so here we are. Looking at his package real quick, it's pretty cool. I like that purple with that, bounces off his little gray and green kind of suit right there. It's typical Figuarts packaging, nothing special. So let's get him out of this package and take a closer look at him. All right, fresh out of the package, he looks really cool. This is actually the second HIT figure that I have done a video on. Check out my video on the Dragon Stars HIT figure. It's actually kind of cool. I'll link it up here somewhere. But let's figure out how tall he is real quick before we move on. The top of his head, he is 6 inches tall, which would make the entire figure 15 centimeters. So that making him right around the same height as Goku, maybe a little bit taller head-wise. But anyways, I thought he was a little bit taller than Goku. Anyways, let's look at his aesthetic really quick, because HIT has a really cool look to him, like with the duster jacket kind of thing going on. So he looks really, really cool in my opinion. Very not plasticky, but very plain. He doesn't have hardly any paint at all. Well, not really any paint for that matter. He is 100% colored plastic for the most part. So, quick question. Do you like a lot of paint on your figures, or do you like your figures like just colored plastic? Let me know down below. I like as much paint as you can put on them, but this guy still looks pretty good. Has a nice matte look to him, so he looks pretty good. Let's look at his face. Face looks really good. That kind of brain-shaped head of his is pretty cool. Got his horse collar up here. We'll see if that impedes us here later on in the video, in the articulation. Musculature looks pretty good. He's nice and slim, but looks ripped and all that shit. His jacket looks kind of cool. There is a little bit of paint right there in the yellow on the belt buckle, and it's done well enough, I guess. It shouldn't have been too freaking difficult. These right here, the bottom of his jacket pop off. And as you can see in the background, it's because he comes with extra ones, but we'll look at those here in a minute. I wanted to look at his legs too while we're here, and yeah, they're plain just colored plastic, but looks pretty good otherwise. Let's move into his accessories, because there's not much to look at as far as paint and detail. His aesthetic looks cool as far as his design. He comes with 4 looks for him. Comes with this head on him in the package, just kind of a serious looking face, and it looks pretty cool. He comes with this yelling face right here, and it's done really well. I like it a lot. Probably my favorite of the 4. Comes with this teeth gritting face right here that looks pretty good. Mine's got a weird little like black mark. I don't know if that's to insinuate that like he's got teeth or whatever, but I mean, it still looks pretty good. And he's got kind of a frowny face. I don't know if he's upset or what it is, but it looks pretty good as well. He comes with, I think, 11 hands. Comes with like fist hands on him in the package right here, and they look all right. Comes with this little wide open hand, and it's cool enough, I guess. Little knife hands right here. Not much to them, but they look all right because they're just purple plastic. And he comes with a separate set of fist hands, but the fist looks a little different. It's like the top fingers kind of sticking out. I don't know if that's something he does. It's been a while since I've watched Dragon Ball Super, but it looks good enough, I suppose. Little hands right here, they're open. It looks like he's getting ready to scratch somebody's back or give him a massage or something, and these look good enough. And as we've all seen with every other Dragon Ball figure, a pair of wide open blast hands. Those look pretty decent. For some reason, he comes with an extra chest plate that you can pop on and off. They are identical, so why he has 2 of them, I don't fucking know. But, there's that. And something I did think was cool was he comes with these interchangeable like bottom of his jacket pieces right here, and you can plug his forearms into it to look like he's got his hands in his pockets, and that's pretty decent. I think that's pretty cool. I'm not going to demonstrate it for you, but it is a cool look for him. And he comes with this little energy blast, and it's kind of an original energy piece. This doesn't look like any of the like the Vegeta or the Goku energy blast, so it's pretty neat. It's just translucent like clear plastic. They've got some faded purple paint on. Looks pretty good. And this little clasp right here, so he can hold it, it just like snaps up onto his wrist or whatever, because he doesn't have any hands with peg holes to hold it up. But anyways, that's the extent of his accessories. That's actually a pretty decent spread. He was a premium Bandai, which explains, you know, the decent amount of accessories he has. I think he was either 60 or 70, somewhere in there, $60 to $70 on premium Bandai. That was kind of the going rate for tertiary characters like him. But anyways, let's compare him to another couple of figures really quick, and then we'll move into his articulation. Here he is with Super Saiyan Goku, and yeah, he's taller than Goku. I guess just to the top of Goku's hair, Goku is taller, but the figure is taller, and I guess that proportion is just about right. Like I said, it's been a minute since I've watched Dragon Ball Super. And just because I love this figure, here he is next to the full power Broly, just to kind of give us a scale of how big or small, however you want to look at it, he is. And they look pretty good. Let's check out HIT's articulation real quick. I'm going to leave the duster jacket apron part off just for this, just so we can kind of see how well he moves. We'll start with his head. His head itself will look down good. Won't look up super great. A lot of that has to do with this design, with this horse collar around here. That's kind of impeding him looking up. But his neck also moves really well. And that's because his head is on a double ball peg.
Thank you.
Not perfectly executed. They put that little piece right there inside the neck, you know what I mean? And that kind of chokes off how well it moves, but it's still pretty good. I would have liked to have seen the ball peg itself be a little bit bigger. Nice skinny post, but I would like to have seen the ball a little bit bigger. That would have gave us a little more range of motion on his head, but it's still a double ball peg and it functions really well. And you know, despite his design, it still moves good, so I like it. Now he's got these shoulders that's got this shoulder cap kind of system on it, very reminiscent of Metal Cooler. If anybody's seen that, I don't own that figure, but shoulders will go up, you know, way past 90 degrees, so that's cool, but I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of this like shoulder cap design or whatever. And of course you can go all full rotation on it. His butterfly works really, really well. That should probably be this gray color, but I'm not going to cry too much. But his butterfly is a lot like the superhero Piccolo. It's got that hinge, if you can see that up in his armpit. So that allows for a lot of range of motion. And this one doesn't look teetotally disgusting, but a great range of motion, so I like it pretty well. Abdomen, kind of weird. Got this diaphragm break right here, right? Allows him to lean forward really good because there's neutral. Just on that diaphragm break, he leans forward really good, and no gapping in the back, so I'm impressed with that. But let's go back to neutral. Doesn't really lean back. See, I'm not engaging the waist. Doesn't lean back real well, and I think that has to do with the way this back here is designed, but oh well. You can get a very minimal twist on it, almost no lean because of the way the rib cage is like cut out right through there. You can't really get any lean. Down here he is, and actually when I take those off and this belt moves, you can see it down in here. There's like at first I thought it was a hinge, but it's not. It's a post and it's a ball peg up in there. So he can swivel around on that and twist and all that good stuff. So that works good enough for me. Legs will come out to about right there. There's no reason he can't do a full split, or at least there shouldn't be any reason. And these don't actually impede it. I just took them off so you could see around it. These are extremely soft, so they don't impede him at all. Kicks forward pretty good, actually above waist level, so that's pretty good. They've got a, I'm going to call this a butt crack on the back here, but his leg will kick back ever so slightly, so I'm not going to completely lose my shit over it. It's got a thigh swivel right here. Double jointed knee. Not the best range, but good enough, and the proportions look pretty good. No shin swivel. Ankle is a ball hinge, if you can see that right there. So ankles will go way far down and way far up, and they do have a rocker in them, so that's pretty good. This toe joint is stuck on mine.
Fuck.
But this one right here works well. Looks like teetotal shit. Look at that. That looks absolutely awful. I hate toe hinges for that very reason right there. Either you hit it perfectly or they look like crap. But anyways, he moves pretty darn well for the most part, despite the limitations, you know, as far as like that horse collar messing with his head movement a little bit and him not leaning back. And I think that has a lot to do with the way they cut the cut of the upper torso, you know. Overall, what's the final verdict for HIT here? I think he's a really cool looking figure. He comes with a decent spread of accessories because he was a premium Bandai, but he was $60-$70. I'll give this a B minus because just he feels a little delicate in hand. B minus is fair because he's definitely above average. He's not the worst figure that SH Figuarts and Bandai have ever released, but he's certainly not the best. Plenty of room for improvement. Do you need him? No, you don't need this figure. Do I recommend him? Yeah, if you've got the money to shell out for him, he's pretty darn good. This is pretty cool. Like, I like the figure, but you don't need him. So unless you're just love the character, you don't need the figure. But anyways, that's pretty much all I have got for HIT here. If you haven't subscribed, pause, scroll down, click subscribe, give us a like, give us a comment, share, all that good stuff. And with all that said, this has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.